Welcome to the 2019 Women's Soccer Season Preview presented by Hampton Inn and being joined by Brittany Nikolic, the head coach now in her 5th season. And Coach, thanks for your time. And your off season, how's it been thus far?
It's been great. We had a really good spring. I think the team has come together really nicely. Team chemistry is as high as it's ever been, so we're excited for the fall.
Looking back to last fall, how would you summarize or recap last season?
I think last season was a good step forward, but still not getting us where we want to be. First year in the GLIAC was a challenge, which we knew it was going to be, and it was great. So really excited for what the future holds, though.
Look at the stat sheet. You lost your top scorer, but returned a number of other proven finishers. So at the moment, how do you feel about your attack?
I think it's good. I think we made progress last year in terms of scoring a lot more goals than we had previously. And that's something we're just going to continue working on. I think we bring in some newcomers that are going to help us in that area, bring some more dynamic play to our attack. So that building off of what we were able to do and some of the production from our returners is going to be great.
We'll talk about some of the newcomers in a moment, but as far as returners, who are some of those players that maybe you're expecting some bigger offensive performances out of?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of seniors rising up and quite a few that play in the attack. Delaney, Macy, Vic, Jasmine, they all, I think are players who are either going to help us set up some goals or, hopefully put them in the back of the net themselves.
You bring back your primary goalkeeper from last year, Laura Ferrari. What did you see from her last fall? Maybe what are you hoping, what steps she takes now for this upcoming season?
Yeah, well, we bring back both Laura and Dre, who was our starter the previous two seasons and really just struggled with some injuries last year. So we have two great returning goalkeepers. I think for both of them, it's about staying healthy. They both had some issues last season with that made us have to make arrangements and figure out who was going to play in those games. But I think we have really, really good options in goal. And they're both athletic, strong, and have continued to get better in the time that they've been here.
How does the defense shape up in front of them?
I think the defense is one of those that's going to be looking a lot different than last year. That's an area we need to improve on, not giving up so many goals. But we have really good options, both with some newcomers that we have coming in, also returning a couple of younger players who got significant minutes back there, and Sam Nickel and Carolyn Sukup. But we also this spring had to kind of rearrange some things, and we've tried a couple of different players in the back line. Michelle Benitez and Kaylee Siegel both spent a lot of time at outside back, and that transition went really well. So we're going to continue working that in preseason and see how it goes. You
were mentioning newcomers and their recruitment class upwards of 10. When you look at the newcomers, what kind of impact do you see them having, and do you expect them all to have an immediate impact?
I think the class as a whole is going to have a big impact. We're bringing in kind of a mixed group in terms of some players that resemble some of our current players and kind of can just fill in different roles and depth there, but also some players that bring different dynamics, some great athleticism and size that's going to help us be more exciting in the attack, but also hopefully defensively win more balls out of the air and be more dangerous on set pieces.
So going into the season, what do you see as being one of the main, top 1-2 focuses of this team?
I think it's going to start with defense, really making sure that we lock things down in the back, not giving up any soft goals, and on set pieces, on corners, on both ends of the field, just taking care of it so that we can be as aggressive as we can when we get those opportunities, but really not allowing anything from the opponents when that happens.
And finally, from a scheduling standpoint, it all gets underway on September 5th. Indy will be on the docket. Conference play starts on the 4th of October. And you mentioned earlier just how tough, year one was in the GLIAC. What do you see as far as, women's soccer in the GLIAC goes? Who are some of the teams maybe to be reckoned with?
Yeah, it's a great conference. I mean, we saw 4 of the teams make the NCAA tournament. So without a doubt, it's one of the strongest women's soccer conferences there is in the country. So we're excited about that opportunity. We need to fight to get into that top 4, and that's really going to be one of the focuses. Obviously, Grand Valley's up there every year, but there's a lot of really quality teams, and I think even from the bottom half of the conference is getting stronger. So every game's going to be a battle and going to be a contest, but that's what we want, to be playing against the best and seeing what we can do.
All starts September the 5th. Coach, as always, thanks a lot for your time. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.